Okay, here we are, getting everything set up. Turn the chat on here. Look at this. We got about 3 minutes before we start. It will start. Here we go. All right, the first chat of the night. Good evening. Okay. Now, let me share this chat of the night. There we go. Leroy says, whoop whoop. Hey Leroy, how you doing tonight? Been a little while. Good to see you. Okay. Now we'll switch over to Chiller Night Theater and share this. Hey Leroy, how you doing tonight? Been a little while. We'll share at the Harrisville Haunted House. Switch over to Chiller Night Theater and share this. Okay, we'll share it. Let's see, who's next? Who's next? Jack Shadow. All right. Who else? Come on. Chiller Chat. Yeah, why not? Let's share Chiller Chat's page. And look at this. We still have like 2 minutes left, or a minute and a half. Making some good time. And I'll share it the Chiller Night group page. Look at this. We still have like 2 minutes. Now, there might be an echo here. Making some good time. If so, it should be going now, I think. Let me know if you hear an echo. I don't think there would be now. Roger says good evening. Good evening, Roger. Leroy says, sorry. I totally miss you, homies. Oh, we're missing you too, Leroy. Good to see you here tonight. Good to see you. Look at that. I still got like a minute left. No, 30 seconds. Tell you what, I'm getting better all the time. Let's see here. Okay. YouTube, how are we looking on YouTube? Like about 10 seconds. All right. Let me make sure I'm on here. Oh yeah, yep. Doing good, doing good. All right, it is now 8 o'clock, time to begin. Hey everybody, this is Bryan Hogue. Welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show, where from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. I sit here, I chat with you fine folks as we talk about the Chiller Night programming that's coming up on Stream TV in, well, about an hour. So here we go, here we go. Ava says, hello all. Al says, hi everyone. Hey Al. Okay, here we are. Here we are once again. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. Ava and I were out at a friend's child's graduation ceremony, or not ceremony, but party, graduation party. So we're not able to. We're about an hour away from being able to do the show. Cassandra says hi, everybody. Hey, Cassandra. Cheers. Woot woot. Leroy says. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we are back in the scary saddle again this week. As we let's take a look at what we have coming up on Stream TV tonight. Now, again, I want to remind you that the Stream TV Roku channel is not yet up and running. I guess that's going to be another a couple weeks at the very least. So it's going to be a little bit. But you can still absolutely 100% watch the programming. You merely go to streammedia.tv, streammedia.tv. The only difference is, other than being able to watch it on Roku, you can watch it online. If you're in Venango County, Pennsylvania, and the Oil City area, of course, you can watch that on your local TV channel. Leroy says, bonjour, ladies. John says, unlike the cicadas, how do you pronounce? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know what you mean. We don't have to wait 17 years for our show of shows. It's Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue. This is Crozak the Grand. Thank you, Crozak the Grand. And Al says, hi, Cassandra. Yes, we are here. We are here tonight, and I've got some pretty cool news coming up here tonight. So, but before I do that, I'm just. Ava says, love the shirt. Yes, you see that Camp Crystal Lake, and then I don't know if you can see that counselor. That was one of my Father's Day gifts from Ava. So appreciate it, baby. Appreciate it. All right, so let's jump to the schedule coming up at 9 o'clock on Stream TV. There you go. Saturday, June 19th at 9 o'clock in about an hour. 9 o'clock, The Werewolf of Washington will be the movie, featured by Jack Shadow, our creepy host. 11 p.m., Chiller Chat. And this will be the Pittsburgh Paranormal episode that we did with Sean Kelly. And that we first aired this back in February. It was one of our live shows we did. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is I Bury the Living. The first time we aired that was actually last week. It's an older episode from 2016, but I think that's the first time we actually played that on Stream TV. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Tops Paranormal. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Frankenstein 80. Ooh. All right, so there you have it. And Brad says, it's a Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue, starring Bryan Hogue. Now, here's Bryan. Thank you, Brad. Good to see you here tonight. And Leroy says, and everyone else who's cool AF. All right. I think that's everybody here. I think that's all of you. So thank you, Leroy. All right. Oh, and hey, speaking of cool, we want to say happy birthday, Terrence Main. Terrence, if you're watching us tonight, today, I see on Facebook, it's your birthday, so happy birthday, Terrence. And he, of course, is one of our Gross Fest friends, so I want to wish you a happy birthday. Hope you had a great day today. Brad says, where were you last week? We were in Titusville, Pennsylvania last week for a graduation party for one of our friends' sons who graduated, so couldn't make it back in time. David says, good evening. Champagne popped and poured. Cheers. Ghoul World Order says, just tuning in here. How has it been? It's been going pretty good. Doing pretty good. We just started a few minutes ago, so you made it just in time. Ghoul World Order says, Buzz Killer here, by the way. Happy birthday, Terrence. Yes, happy birthday, Terrence. And then Ava says, hey, the boys are back. Happy birthday, Terrence. All right, so everyone's saying happy birthday to Terrence. Terrence, hope you're watching. Well, I mean, if you are watching, I hope you see that. And if you're not, then hope you're having a good time and enjoying your birthday nonetheless. So Leroy says, hey, it's Zombie's birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Ava says they may be coming in soon. All right. I got some birthday gifts here from... Hello. You want to come in?
Yes, sir. Pizza delivery.
Pizza delivery. Okay. Hold on. I got to let you in. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Come on in.
Alrighty.
All right. So this is... Oh, my gosh. What'd you guys do? This is...
Father's Day gift. Hello, everybody.
Oh, wow. Can you both get in here?
Yeah,
Can you both? This is Bradley, and this is Brenton.
Hello. What's going on, everybody?
All right. Well, thank you. These are my Father's Day gifts. So they just got back. Wow.
The photo journal A to Z.
They know I love comic books. I'm a big comic geek. So the photo journal guide to Marvel Comics. Oh, wow. This is pretty cool. Thank you. Look at this. Wow. Look at all these. Holy cow. They have all the covers. They have all these covers from all the years of all these different comic characters. Wow. That's crazy. You did good. Yes. The Photo Journal Guide to Marvel Comics. This is another one, volume K to Z. Oh, this was. Oh, I see.
That one's different. A through J and K to Z.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Wow. Holy cow. That is very cool. I've never seen one of these.
Yeah, it was the last one, so we figured we had to get it for you.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it came to $1,000.
Okay. $1,000. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, no problem, Dad.
Then I had I got the Infinity Gauntlet today, so thank you very much.
You're welcome, Dad.
And then I had some of these old comics that they got me from earlier. Brenton presented me with these earlier, and I was going to show some of these old ads, like the sea monkeys and stuff like that. I just love stuff like this. Well, thank you guys.
Welcome, Dad.
Let me give you a hug here. All right. Thank you very much. I
give you guys a
appreciate
hug.
that. Yeah, a virtual hug. Let me here.
No problem,
Bring one
Dad.
in here. Thanks.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Yeah,
Happy Father's Day to
appreciate
everybody
it.
watching.
Yep, happy Father's Day.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I
You're
really
welcome,
appreciate
Dad.
that.
Bye, guys. See you.
Have a great life, Dad. Love you.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yep.
All right. Now I got to lock this door so the cats don't fit in here. Try to make their way in. All right. Well, that was really cool. I'll have some something to look at there tonight. All right. Let's see. John says, for your information, Facebook is not showing your live feed. Okay, I just switched back. I do see it on Facebook. I don't know. Maybe it's on your end. I don't know. I'm hoping everybody else can see. I see other people commenting from Facebook. Brad says, happy Juneteenth tonight and happy Father's Day tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. We celebrated Father's Day today because we had my dad down to the house, and so we just kind of had a big to-do here today for Father's Day. Leroy says, awesome possum. And then Cassandra says, hi guys, awesome books. Yeah, these are really cool. Brad says, hello, you too. Leroy says, super beast. Ava says, my boys are taller than me now. Yeah, they're getting up there. They're really sprouting up. Brad says, awesome gift, you guys. Alice says, great gifts. Brad says, aw. Yeah, like I said, they know I love comic books and stuff like that, so I had, Brenton got me a Captain America. I actually had this issue back in the 80s. I remember having this one. The Hulk, and they're advertising the Hulk as seen on TV. Marvel's TV sensation. So this was a while ago. Old Star Trek Golden Key comic from back in 1970. Now this was from 78. And then Werewolf by Night. It fits right in with the Chiller Night. Werewolf by Night. This was a from 1973 or 74. This one's a bit older. And then Batman Brave and the Bold from back in 1980, I believe. But pretty cool. It was nice of them to do that. They know I love comics, and big comic geek. And then Tom says, "Is that C-3PO hand there?" This is Thanos's or the Infinity Gauntlet from the Avenger movie. So it does kind of look like C-3PO, and it even lights up. See that? I don't know if you can make that out that well, but it's actually lit up. So I'll keep it on. Leroy says, when is Father's Day? Our Father's Day is celebrated here in the States tomorrow. So it'll be tomorrow. This year it'll be June 20th, of course. Brad says tomorrow. And then tomorrow, but we celebrated it today. Ava says, yes. Cool, Leroy says, yep, we celebrated it today. Like I said, we had my dad down, and then the boys got me stuff, and then we had my dad down, and we just had a day of it. So it was a good day, very good day. Hope all of you had a good day, no matter what you're celebrating today. If you're celebrating Juneteenth and in whatever way you can. I'm thinking I don't know exactly how that's celebrated. It's kind of new. They just made that into a federal holiday this year. So Leroy says, I'm feeling a little lit. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Hey, I wanted to tell you guys. Diana says, wow, I love the comic books. I would love to see a Chiller Night comic book. Wouldn't that be cool? I would love to do something like that. I wish I had more time. I have all these ideas. I wanted to make the little Jack Shadow rubber toy, the jiggler toy, and I never got that. I have a lot of ideas that I just can't get to. I wrote a 14 chapter outline for a Chiller Night book, and gosh, if I just had more time, I would love to do stuff like that. I love to write. I love to illustrate. Yeah, it's just a matter of I just have no time. I wish I did. There's so much I want to. Maybe when I can completely retire, which could be, you never know. It could be in a couple of years. Then maybe I'll have a little bit more time to do some of this stuff. But until then, I do what I can. Boba's got a little something on his helmet there. I don't know what that is. Boba, what you getting into? But okay, now cool. Coming up this week, I'll be doing some Chiller Chat episodes back in the TV studio. So it's been a long time since I've actually been down there interviewing a guest face to face. So that'll be nice to get back in there and do that. Also, coming up this week, I'll be taping a couple Chiller Night Theater episodes. So I have 2 movies that we'll be taping this week, and get Jack Shadow back out there. Last one we did was Jesse James meets Frankenstein's daughter. So Jack is he's due to do some more Chiller Night Theater episodes. So Brad says, in June 19th, 1865, Texas, right, yeah, was the last state of the Union to outlaw slavery. Yep. And then John says, I spent most of the day watching the Daikuji. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I know what you mean now that you're the one I think who's kind of introduced me to that channel or that. I know the Facebook group page or something like that. I remember you mentioning this before. TV marathon of dinosaur movies from The Lost World from 1925 to Carnosaur from 1993. Oh, is that right? Uh-huh. Diana says Jack Shadow Jiggler would be a great how do you pronounce it? Etsy? ETSY item? I think he would. I just, like I said, I think if I can just manage to retire completely, in a handful of years or even less, like I said, I have so many ideas, and I'm probably like most people, just, you got so many ideas, but it's just a matter of, finding time to do it. Plus, I only have about 6 weeks before I start construction on the haunted house, so once I do that, that's going to really have most of my attention. So I'm trying to get. I'm gonna try to. I said 2 episodes of Chiller Night Theater. I'm going to shoot for 3 if I can get 3 taped this week. I'm gonna try for 3. And there was one Chiller Chat I'll be taping at the studio for sure. I'm working on trying to get 2. So that'll be Wednesday. I'll be doing that. It won't be live. It'll be pre-taped. But Brad says the Lost World is public domain now. Is it? The Lost World is public domain now. Awesome. Okay. Well, we'll have to get the Lost World on here. Gold World Order says, I remember when I saw Carnosaur back in 1994. We had a cousin come over. We were eating tacos, and the movie was so gory they couldn't eat. I was downing one taco after another. Carnosaur. Yeah, they have the, that was when, Jurassic Park came out. So, of course, you got to have I guess, your Carnosaur movie coming out after that. Leroy says, imagine, come on, retirement. Come on. I've had it. I'm ready. Brad says The Lost World of 1925. Of 1925. Okay. All right. Interesting. I didn't know that. But that makes sense. All right. Another neat thing to happen. I can't say to happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it's possible. Now, this is just, we're just talking here. But there's something that might happen, and that's the very first live Chiller Night Theater live from the TV studio. And that might happen. I'm just throwing it out there because you're the first to hear this. It may or may not happen, but it's a very real possibility. So we're going to have to see. Be talking a little bit more about that this coming week, and I'm all for it. I would love for that to happen. But if it does occur, that'll be next month on Saturday, July 24th. That'll be on the same day as the Oil Heritage Weekend. So there will be a big parade in Oil City and stuff like that. So that would be really cool. Leroy says, seriously talk. Seriously talk. Talking. What? But about my retirement, I know. I'm with you. I agree. I can't wait. I got some ideas. I'd love to see them come to life. I'm doing what I can to bring certain ones to life, but the ones that I don't know, I'd love more books. I would love more Chiller Night books. I would love to see a Chiller Night comic book. The big comic geek that I am, I would absolutely love to see that done in the same vein of the old EC Comics. I would love to do a Chiller Night Halloween special. Just probably close to an hour long special that maybe Stream TV could play every year. I don't know. These are ideas that I have. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do those. But just ideas at this point. We'll have to see. It's hard enough for me to stay on top of the stuff as it happens. I know you probably hate to hear that, but it does. It's surprising to me because before if you've never done one of these shows, I'm not talking about this one right here. This one's easy enough. I get on here and we just chat away, and I love that. Out of the 3 shows, believe me, this is the easiest to do. It's just me jumping on here, Chiller Chat, because I have a guest. Of course, I do some research into that, and there's interaction there with that guest. So that's the next level up. Chiller Night Theater, that's the hardest one for me to do. That requires the most of my time because there's a movie involved, there's dialogue involved, and there's that costume. But I remember when I was first asked, would you consider having Jack Shadow as the host? I just remember that costume. It's just not really practical or quick to get in and out. But that's all right. Must have been doing something right. I think people like that. Brad says, what about getting a live audience for that Chiller Night Theater on Heritage Day? Well, we've actually discussed that, and that's actually a possibility as well. I don't know yet. This was just a one conversation so far, and I'll be down at the studio this coming week to be filming some stuff. So I'm sure we'll be talking more about that. I would love for that to happen, though. And I just would, if that does happen, I can't wait to get on here and announce that, because I really want to push the promoting that as much as I can. So I don't know about the live audience yet, but I think that would be cool. I think that would be really neat. We did that one year back in 2009. We had a like a fundraiser, and we had an audience. We had Jack Shadow up on stage, or the Witch, and some other characters up there as well. And we had 2 sets on either side of the stage, and there was an actual stage and the floor, and the audience was down here. And we had a big screen in the center where the movie was projected onto the screen in the middle, and it was really cool. I mean, and the guy, uh, Doug Sauer, who brought in all this lighting and equipment and video equipment, and at the time there was the TV studio was called Venango Video, and they brought in all kinds of cameras and stuff like that. So it was really, really cool. It was quite a production. It was like a play, It was basically up on stage putting on a production in front of an audience. So we did that one time, and again, I would love to see that happen. And judging on how that happens and how it's received, I'd like to see more of that. Maybe I don't know, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but maybe once a month type of thing. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. But I think that'd be cool. Leroy says, "Cheers, Bryan. Do your thing. Totally appreciate this show." I appreciate that. So thank you. I appreciate all you guys who join me week after week, every Saturday night. Oh no, I had to open another beer, Leroy says. Are you okay? That's funny. Well, enjoy that beer, Leroy. Enjoy that beer. Hope it's nice and cold and just does the trick. All right, so Cassandra says, Leroy, enjoy. All right, so there we go. This will be the first time, if we do this in July, the very first time that this is actually live and broadcasted from the TV studio in Oil City. I would love to do that. I think Michelle's given me the wave from the grave, the little hand coming up out of the grave in front of the tombstone. So Michelle, thanks for joining us. Brad says, "Don't spill your beer, Leroy, LOL." David says, "Second glass of champagne. Cheers. I must be going down pretty easy." Leroy says, "Cheers to Cassandra." Cheers, lady. Yes. So, cheers indeed. It's 8:25. Now some of these I wanted to, that you saw the boys come in and present me with these cool photo journal guide to the Marvel Comics. That is really cool. I didn't even know they made books like this. This is really interesting. This has this volume K to Z. I didn't even know they had this book. Like for Doctor Strange, for example, they have a picture of all the comic covers, and then over here is a guide to those comic covers and what year they came out. So that is really cool. I can't wait to look through this. That is really neat. Shogun Warriors, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Silver Surfer. Wow. That is so neat. And then, like I said, Brenton got me these ones in the Infinity Glove earlier today. So, like I said, hey, they know I love comic books and all that good stuff. So, something I wanted to... Which one is it? Maybe it's this one, the Werewolf by Night comic book. Like I said, I think this was 1973. But I saw something on here that I thought was, Evel Knievel. Remember that? You guys, I don't know, maybe some of you are my age. But yeah, I remember having that. I just love this. I was looking at this today. look, and it reminded me even of the old EC comics because Werewolf by Night. But I love this. I'll make you a master of karate for only 99 cents. Pretty good deal. Yeah. I love looking at these old ads. This is so funny. The old 8 tracks. Remember that? A little trip down memory lane tonight. I know that every once in a while we do that here. This is just great. I love seeing this stuff. 1973, I would have been in, well, kindergarten toward the end of that year and then going into first grade during the school year of 73. So, really, really cool. I gotta make sure I don't get that tape on there. There was another one with sea monkeys on the back. Remember the sea monkeys? I love this stuff. Yeah, right there. Remember those? I remember when I was a kid, I used to think that they're gonna look like this. They're gonna be like a family. I didn't understand. But cool. I got some reading for tonight, folks. After Chiller Night programming, of course. All right. David says, Brian, what are you drinking tonight? I am drinking. Are you ready? Water. I'm going to be boring tonight. Yes, I'm drinking water tonight. How about the rest of you? Maybe the rest of you won't be as boring as me. Anybody having anything? Set these here for now. Anything worth writing about? Champagne, that sounds cool. Leroy's living it up. And David and Diana. Brad says, I'm drinking Sunkissed Blueberry Soda Pop. All right. Oh, you know what I did have today? I did have this today. And it's been, I don't know, I could say maybe years since I've had this. Depending on what part of the country you are, either soda or pop. I had a Pepsi. Yeah. I can't tell you the last time I had an actual like a can of anything or a bottle of anything like that. So I normally don't drink. I normally do just drink water and coffee, and then sometimes at night I indulge in adult beverages. But Ghoul World Order says, let's see, Evil Knievel jump his motorcycle over a 2,000-foot pit full of zombies. He could do it. If ever there was a person who could do it, it was Evil Knievel. David says, water with what? That's pretty much it. Just water. Yeah. I know. I'm having a boring Saturday night, but we had a good day, and that sounds so boring, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it for tonight. Tom says there's a great documentary on the creator of the Amazing Sea Monkeys on YouTube. Really? Really? Is that right? What were they? Weren't they at least like brine shrimp or something? The little microscopic looking little. I don't know. I did not know that. I'll have to look that up. That's funny. A documentary on the Amazing Sea Monkeys on YouTube. The creator. Awesome. I'm gonna have to look that up. Leroy says I'm doing Bush Ice. It's 6%. Delicious. Yeah. I used to drink that. Yeah, that was good. Hit the spot. Tom says I think it's only 20 minutes long or something. Hey, that's good. I'll check it out. I'm definitely gonna check that out. You can even quiz me on it next week if you want. But Ghoul World Order said it's called Pop. This is Western Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think that's what it's called up here. You're right. Brad says, you remember Yoo-Hoo Chocolate Brian? I do remember that. I don't know if I ever had it, but I do remember that product. Do they not still make that? I don't know. David says, we just watched Eraserhead. A David Lynch movie. Did you ever see it, and what did you think? I have never seen Eraserhead. I know of it because I've watched other David Lynch movies, and I'm aware of that one. But I've seen segments of it, but I've never watched the entire thing. David Lynch is, yeah, he's strange. I mean, there's no way around it. He's a very strange filmmaker, and you know, of course, I think that's the appeal. Of course, He's come up with some. I'm trying to remember like the highway, the Lost Highway, or something like that. I remember watching that. It had Bill Pullman, I think, was one of the actors in that movie. Blue Velvet, I believe that was one. I saw both of those. I don't know if I'm getting the titles right because it was so long ago. Blue Velvet had to have been back in the 80s. The Lost Highway, if that's what it was called, was back in the 90s. Back when I saw that one. So I'm sure there's been a lot of other movies. I can't think of them off the top of my head other than that. But I know Eraserhead was. I don't know why I never got around to that one, to be honest with you, because I did enjoy the other ones. Just strange, very bizarre. Brad says, they still do at your local discount store. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You know, some of those off, more a little bit more. Remember the red Cherokee pop? There you go, World Order. I remember that from my childhood, drinking that, and I just brought that up because we were at an old, just a local, like country store, and I was seeing all these old-looking labels, you know, for the. I keep wanting to say sodas for the pops, and that reminded me of that. And that was just about a couple of weeks ago, but it's called The Mad Genius Behind Sea Monkeys. Tom says about the documentary. I'm really looking forward to seeing that because I saw that today when I was looking through those comics, and I was like, it was just bringing back so many memories. There's another Facebook page for you, and I'm sorry, I'll talk about Chiller, I will, but this is I was on Facebook. If you're into nostalgic things, there's a group page called gosh, I forget the name of it. I love it. It's something about toys that we grow up with, and people are putting more than toys on it, like old lunch pails. You know, I saw somebody put the Planet of the Apes that I used to have in Star Wars before it was back when it was just called Star Wars. What is this group called? Let me. I gotta throw up a shout out to this because it is really really cool. It's just I love looking. Oh, here we go. Toys of My Youth, 1959 through 1989. That's the name of the group. So if you love stuff like that, which I do, check that one out. I joined that one just this week. I just heard of it, but I've been having a good time on there, seeing people's pictures, what they're posting. All right. Let's see. Cassandra says, Blue Velvet, I love that. Yeah. Leroy says, replying to Cassandra Blues, seriously. Ken says, what's the movie tonight? All right. Let me throw that up here real quick here, Ken. It's coming up at 9 o'clock. Now, tonight, if you want to watch the Chiller Night programming, which I hope you do, I really do, you can do so at, you can see up in the upper right-hand corner, streammedia.tv, streammedia.tv. Normally, there is a Roku channel that you can go to, Stream TV's Roku channel. That is not activated right now. So, apparently it's going to be another I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know that they know just yet. I know it's being worked on, but it could be several weeks, it could be even a month. I really don't know, but that's not going to stop us. We're still going to be putting on the programming, including some brand new Chiller Chats and Chiller Night Theaters that are being taped this very week. So we'll keep providing the programming, and you just hopefully continue watching and supporting. I appreciate it. At 9 p.m., the movie is The Werewolf of Washington. Jack Shadow will host that movie. 11 p.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is, it's actually Sean Kelly from the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. And that's the one we had live back in February. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is I Bury the Living. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Tops Paranormal. And 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Frankenstein 80. Well, there you go. There's the movies. Let's see. David says, who is your favorite movie director? Who is my favorite movie director? On the chiller side of things, I'm probably, I guess the first thing that pops up for chiller would be John Carpenter. I don't know that's going to be the answer of answers, but when it comes to horror and science fiction, of course, I was always a fan of the Lucas and Spielberg, but I just love their stories, I mean, and I'm talking about them, the stories of them, and the great successes that they've had. But there's something about watching a John Carpenter movie that I just absolutely love. John Carpenter. I'm trying to think though. I'm probably there's some very James Cameron. I got it. I know that's big Hollywood, but I guess I'm not really going for obscure here. I do like the stuff that he has put out. I mean, there's no denying the talent. And I also, I mean, Clint Eastwood. I can really appreciate the stuff that he's put out there. He's a good director as well. So, who's my favorite? I don't know that I can, give you a favorite. I guess I'm just rattling off ones that I like now at this point. But I'd say John Carpenter, Clint Eastwood. Those are two I'll give you right off the bat. Let's see. Brad says, "Yoo-hoo, we're so popular back in the day." They were. I did see them everywhere. When I was a teenager, I worked in a grocery store, so yeah, I saw that. John says the creator of the original Sea Monkeys was later outed when he was discovered that he was a supremacist. Not a good person in real life. Supremacist? Supremacist. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right, John, but he wasn't a good person nonetheless. Cassandra says, "Do you is that supremacist?" All right. And then Cassandra says, "Yes, I read this. So crazy." Ghoul World Order says, "Red pop, grape pop, orange pop, clear pop, and then there's just regular pop, but it's called pop." Well, it is, yeah. Yeah. I know up here, though, I know I grew up with it being called pop, but I was also stationed down south, where I kind of got used to the idea of it's soda, and it sounded, I don't know, it just kind of sounded right to me too. So I always I still go back and forth saying pop and soda, and it's pop. So, Leroy says, "Toys of my youth, I'll check it out." Yeah, do so. That is really cool. Really cool. Leroy says, "I totally want to watch your Roku shows." I know. I do love it being on Roku. I know you can still watch computers on the big screen on your TV. And a real easy way to do it. But I mean, we have programming is playing all night, and I guess you could leave your phone charged. But a really easy way is with the smartphone. Pull it up right on the phone, and then slide these up, and then hit the mirroring, the screen mirror, and you can hook that on to whatever's on your phone is now on your screen. I've done that before because I have a problem sitting in front of a computer. I sit in front of a computer all day, throughout the week. So I hate sitting in front of a computer for long periods of time if I don't have to. If I'm editing or something like that, I'm a little bit more immersed in my work, so I'm not thinking about it as much. So, But to sit and watch something on the computer it's kind of hard for me to do. So I got to see it on a bigger screen. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of comments here. All right, let me try to catch up here. Let's see. Gold World Order says, I remember the Frankenstein 80 VHS cover had Mosaic holding a bone, and it said Frankenstein 80. He had a bone to pick. Yeah, yeah. Lasercorn says, hey, peeps, sorry I'm late. I'm on the road heading back to my hometown for Father's Day weekend. Oh, cool. Well, safe travels to you, Lasercorn. Since we're on the topic, my favorite director of all time is Kubrick, followed very closely by Patty Kieski. I don't know how to say that, but okay. I've never heard of that one. Unless that's a prank one. You're I don't know. Has anybody ever heard of Patty Chayefsky? I don't even know what that is, but okay. Maybe if that's a real director, then and I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Throw out some movies that he's done. We'll quiz him on it. Leroy says, I watched Haunt TV on Roku. Haunt TV. Sounds right up my alley. Tom says, Clint is a great director. I love watching his movies. I really do. Very, extremely talented. He just turned, what, 91? Just like last week or something like that. Clint's the man, I'll tell you. Brad says, correction, King Kong 1933 will be available to the public domain on January 1st, 2029. Not 2028. I apologize for the inconvenience. Well, you've hurt a lot of people with spreading this false information, Brad. And we'll let we'll let it go this time. But oh boy, the emails I'm gonna have to send out after tonight. I think we can let that slide, Brad. Tom says hi, Laser. John says Roger Corman proved that he was a good director as well as a producer. Yeah, yeah. Shoestring budget. Get that stuff done and film a movie in a week or 8 days. Just yeah, and he was very crafty at that. A very thrifty type of guy. He would be shooting 2 movies using the same sets, using the same props, and using the same actors in a lot of cases. So he got a lot of a lot of bang for his buck there. Hop on pop, Tom says. Hop on pop. All right. Cassandra says my favorite movie that Clint Eastwood directed is Jersey Boys. I'd have to say I love Unforgiven. That's one that I really love in the Western genre of his. Another one is I love Gran Torino. That to me is a fantastic movie. David says someone should make a movie called Attack of the Sea Monkeys. Oh, sounds like a challenge. Cassandra says, I call it soda pop. Well, there you can't be wrong. You can't be wrong. That's playing it safe. That's playing it safe. Raymond says, can't beat Hitchcock. There you go. There you go, right there. You can't beat Hitchcock. That is true. Leroy says, safe travels. Enjoy FDs. That's right. To Lasercorn, who's traveling. You're not wrong, Raymond. Very true. Raymond says, was Patty an Irish Russian? Who? Are we going back to, Patty. Yeah. Patty Chayefsky. Irish Russian. Yeah, that sounds right. Bryan says, hello, everyone. Hey, Bryan, thanks for joining us. Ava says, I haven't been anywhere, LOL, so I can't call it pop. So I can still call it pop. Diana says, I love Hitchcock. Lasercorn says, Chayefsky. See, now I think you're just writing this stuff to get me to say it out loud. Directed network. Okay, all right. So John says, "Who's a fan of director Alan Smithy?" I don't know. I don't recognize the name unless it's I might recognize the work, but I don't recognize the name. Leroy says, replying to Bryan, "Cheers." Raymond gives Corman a thumbs up. Brad says it would be very cool to show King Kong on Chiller Night Theater. Would it? Yeah, it would be outstanding, and I can't wait. I can't wait. The night that becomes public domain. I think we've talked about this. You know, even if I've retired Jack Shadow, at that point, we'll have to do a reunion show or something. That would be really cool. David says, wasn't Eastwood's last directing and starring gig the Mule? Yeah, yeah. Unless he made something else after that, to where he no, as far as acting and directing, yeah, yeah. And I don't know if he made anything else after that at all. That's amazing, though. It's amazing that he works so hard. I mean, and you know his movies, you know, are they're art. And I'll throw another one in there that just for this movie is Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner. I love that movie. I think that was an amazing piece of work. When I said James Cameron, I did think the Titanic was an incredible movie. I know that's not chiller related, but you know, as far as you know, us just talking about a product, a movie, and the work that went into it, I thought that was very impressive. I mean, that sounds like the cool thing to say, but I don't care. I mean, you know, I got to give people their credit where it's due. Um, Raymond says, I used to call sodas soda pop. Bryan says, Alan Smithy is a name used when I have heard that before. Then I remember reading this stuff. I didn't remember the name, but I remember there was like a name uh, when the actual director didn't want his name on the film. Interesting. Who was that one that the movie that Tom, we played it, the Fiend Without a Face. That director, he bailed out of the movie. He bailed out of the movie. He wouldn't even show up most of the days. So I remember Jack Shadow talking about this. Uh, that one of the actors, I believe it was one of the head actors, would actually show up. And you'll have to rewatch that movie. Maybe we'll play it next week or something. But then we'll have new episodes coming up. But I thought that was an interesting story. One of the actors just took over directing. Um, because the director basically quit. He just wouldn't show up. So what do you what do you do? I guess now you would just be subject to a breach of contract. You could get sued and lose quite a bit. And Raymond says, haha, you would have to dig up Jack Shadow to narrate King Kong. Yeah, yeah, we would. Maybe we'd have a little skit with somebody digging them up. Aura the Witch. Cassandra says, hi, Chili, just saw the ghost. Ah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, he's up there. Oh, he's out there. Chili's there. John says, replying to Bryan, he got it right. Oh, about Alan Smithy. Cassandra says, Alan Smithy is directing my current feature. And now that we know who Alan Smithy is, yeah, that's funny. Michael says, favorite directors? F.W. Murnau. Okay, original, if I'm saying that right. I know who you're talking about. I've seen that name, though, whenever. Original Nosferatu. And Rob Zombie, LOL. Okay, Rob Zombie. David says, icebergs can be scary and ships sinking, too. Icebergs, though, go well in cold drinks. Ah, yes, it does. You're thinking about your drinks, and well, you should. Um, yeah. Can you imagine that though? Can you imagine how scary that would be though to be out in a? I mean, this is back in what 1912, if I remember right. If I remember, no, like back in the day where you just didn't have all the immediate technologies that you have now and contacting people and stuff, and you're out in a boat, darkness. You know, once the boat goes down, now you're in darkness. You know, um, is floating around in the water. Imagine the people that were in the water. You know, I can't imagine that. I just can't imagine that. What they went through. Uh, Amazing. Ghoul World Order says Rob Zombie is my favorite director as well. Brad says they shot that movie with Kevin Costner at the actual viewing of the American frontier. That's not all painted like how they do it on Murphy Brown. That is all really it. They shot that movie with Kevin Costner at the actual viewing of the American frontier. That's not all painted. Like I might be missing something in what you're saying there, Brad. But one of the reasons, I mean, other than like the Western genre, you know, I grew up watching Westerns. I love Westerns. But one of the things I was just commenting to Bradley, who was in here, Bradley and Breton were here, but we were watching The Outlaw Josie Wales just a couple nights ago. He had never seen it before, and he actually picked it. So I was very, very happy, you know, and I was sitting here working on an episode, and I'm hearing all these gunshots, and I'm like, I better go check this out, you know. I go out there, and I saw that he had picked The Outlaw Josie Wales, and we sat and watched it. And I said, well, one of the things that I love about Western movies is the scenery. I love looking at the scenery. And just can't help myself. Just wondering, can you imagine back in that day, back in the frontier days, what that would have been like to just be going on, you know, exploring that land, you know, westbound. And just being the first settlers, you know, in that area. I don't know. To me, I just can't imagine what that would have been like, you know, from us, you know, coming overseas and coming here and settling in the land and working your way across the countryside. I don't know. To me, that'd be interesting. Kind of like I have a fascination with the explorers. You know, just getting on those wooden boats and crossing oceans. To me, that took a tremendous amount of guts to do that. I just can't imagine that. And imagine the crew members. You know, putting all that faith into the captain and the first mate that these people are skilled enough and know enough to get you where you need to go. I mean, hundreds of years ago. Can you imagine that? It's still hard to imagine. You know, we live in an age, a day and age, to where I think it's hard for us to take our minds out of the here and now and actually go back and wonder what it would truly be like back then. I think that's what makes me so interested in stuff like that. Tom says Orson Welles pretty much tops my list. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to dispute that, you know. Brad says Dances with Wolves. Yeah. David says, what are you drinking, Brad? What are you drinking, Brad? Diana says, cool, Tom. David's favorite director is also Orson Welles. John says, oh, it's 5. Wow. Hey, folks, I had no idea it was 5 till. John says, this has been a Chiller Night pre-show with Bryan Hogue. Remember that it's summertime, so leave a bowl of water with ice in it for your pets. Ah, that's nice. Nice advice. This is Crozak the Grand reminding you to keep thrilled and stay chilled. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tom says just about any John Ford movie has the best scenery of all Westerns. Yes, yes. Very true, very true. Tom says David has good taste. Brad says Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey. LOL, great stuff. I mean, I have plenty of stuff here in the dark domain, out in the realm of Jack Shadow. But I think it's gonna be a boring night for me. Glenn says, "Hi all, I've been listening, but real life butted in, so wasn't able to comment." Well, we're glad to see you. Glad to have you with us. Great topics tonight, and wishing all the daddies a happy Father's Day. Yes, and absolutely, we do want to wish all of our fathers out there a very happy Father's Day tomorrow. Lasercorn says, good night, peeps. See you all next week. TJ Emanuel says, have a happy Father's Day, all of you that qualify. All right. Thank you very much. It is 8:56. I'm going to put that schedule up one last time for those of you who are still with us. 9 p.m. The movie in just a few minutes, The Werewolf of Washington. 11:30, Chiller Chat. My guest is Sean Kelly from the Pittsburgh Paranormal Society. That was the live episode we did in February. 11:30, Chiller Night Theater. The movie is I Bury the Living. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Tops Paranormal. And 2 a.m., Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features Frankenstein 80. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. Al says, good night, everyone. Happy Father's Day. Ghoul World Order says, have a great evening. And Leroy says, happy Halloween, y'all. All right, thanks. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. Have a good night. Have a good chiller night.